So I know Felicity kind of takes some things into her own hands this week.
She does. She's
Can you tell
feeling.
me what prompts that and what kind of...
Yeah, she started to get pretty left out with Sarah coming onto the team and being not the only woman sort of in the team, and also not being a fighter. So she's sort of she's the oddball in the group, and I think those fears from her past about exclusion and just feeling a little bit inadequate start to resurface. And I think that's a lesson, because those can happen in any situation. But when she's sort of feeling secure, all of a sudden she's feeling like she doesn't belong. And she gets out in the field and is really determined to get out in the field, because she's like, I'm going to prove my worth. And she gets pretty messed up. But But with that being said, I mean, she does hold her own. I think that's really important for her, and important for the audience too, to show that she is, an asset, an important asset.
Well, I rewatched the last episode that aired before the little break, and the scene where she confronts Moira in the living room, and Moira says something like, where were you hoping this would go? And she says something like, that's as far as I can. And it made me think, I was like, well, maybe that's Felicity's kind of journey. It's learning that she needs a full plan. Does that make sense? Is that something you think she'll be better at?
I agree. And with that scene in particular, I was kind of hoping, and I think Felicity was hoping too, like, oh, now that I brought this up for you, like, here's your chance. Not so much as that she hadn't... I think she was more thinking like, oh, now Moira will take the good road, because she's very much expects the best out of people. And I think that's something that she's learning isn't always true and isn't really going to happen very often, especially in the sort of business she's been designed into now. But she's definitely changed a lot, I think. I think if we would have seen her, if we ever get to do flashbacks with Felicity, and I think even 5 years before this, in the past year, she's changed more than I think she ever has. Like, I think even high school, she probably hasn't changed as much. This is sort of where she's grown in her life. So I think she does learn with every journey, and this week's episode does account for that.
Okay. Now, depending on where the Sarah-Ollie relationship goes, how is Felicity going to feel about that? Because they've been teasing the feelings in a very subtle way all season, but...
Well, I think it's really interesting when your crush or your really dear friend gets into a relationship, and as much as you'd like to be in a relationship with them, you like the person they're in a relationship with, and that makes it very... It's awesome, because I think Felicity's going to be spending more time with Sarah. That's something we can all look forward to, and it's nice for Felicity to have women interaction as well. But it hurts. But Felicity's more, and has always been with Oliver since she sort of joined the team, is take care of yourself. And she is one of those people that takes care of other people before herself. So I think that, as much as it sucks, as long as he's happy. And there's some things that Felicity won't ever be able to understand about Oliver, because he was on that island for 5 years, and Sarah was there with him. So.
Wow. Barry's name was still popping up in some episodes after he appeared on the show and after he left and got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Does his name come up anymore in the coming episodes?
It will.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to be shooting the pilot soon?
Yeah, I think actually this week.
This week or next week? And I think it would be really cool if Felicity popped up in the pilot.
It would be really cool. I don't know.
Cool.